Waylon hanging out with Chris Janson here at Country Jam. Now you're out there on the road with Toby Keith. How is the tour going so far?
It's going good, man. We picked back up on it this week, and it's been great, man. Be asked to be out with Toby, it was a big honor for me.
Is he working you to death?
Oh, hey, I've always been a workhorse. It's actually easier than the past, man. They make it real nice for us.
Now, speaking of being a workhorse, is there an artist out there short of Little Jimmy Dickens that has played the Opry more times than you? I don't think there is.
I don't know, to be honest with you. I'm, of course, he was a member. I'm not an active member, but I've heard it said that I've played it more than any new artist ever. So, quite an honor, man. It's my biggest musical achievement.
By my count, more than 100 times. Is that right, or do you have an exact number?
Yeah, 103 times. You're right on it.
103 times at the Opry. Are you still nervous every time?
Absolutely. I don't really get nervous, just more jitters than anything. It's just, it's the holy grail of country music.
Is it also that you're playing to your peers? Does that kind of contribute?
Yeah, that's kind of the fun part, And it's I always say it's like a country festival all in one room because there's people from all around the globe. And so it's great, man. It's a good way to reach a lot of different people, and it's been a huge thing in my career, man. I've gained a lot of fans from it.
Now, as I think about it, 20 years in radio, I don't think a more perfect tune has ever come along at a more perfect time than Buy Me a Boat. It's a perfect song at the perfect time. Did you know that when you were putting it together?
Honestly, Waylon, no, did not. We just literally wrote it for fun. We weren't really thinking about it at all. We were just writing about stuff that we know and love, and Buy Me a Boat came out, and it just happens to be now right in the brink of summer, and man, it's just flying. I can't even believe it. I
do believe it's going to become a summer anthem that's going to last for generations. Are you ready to play this tune to crowds 20 years from now? Thank you for asking. So yes, I am. To answer your question, I am so proud to be the Buy Me a Boat guy. It was so unplanned 6 weeks ago for me. It all just kind of happened. And heck yeah, man, I hope I get to play it for 100 years. I'm proud the song has branded me. I love it. You have another accomplishment with Truck Yeah, Tim McGraw's highest charting debut of his career. Yes. That is tremendous. Can I ask what your role with the tune was? Yeah, I wrote it, and it was just a hillbilly boot stomping song that I wrote about my truck, and like the second verse, chilling in the back room, hanging with my whole crew. That's when I started out in Nashville. I was playing honky tonk bars and playing in the back rooms of honky tonks, and so I just put all those true life scenarios into a song, and Tim made it my first big ever hit and cut as a songwriter, and since then he's cut a couple more of my things, and really recently, and yeah, I write a lot for all kinds of artists all across the board, from Tim to Hank Jr. to Frankie Ballard, Randy Houser, lots of them, but Tim, man, he gave me my first breakthrough, so I owe it all to him. One thing the moment I heard Buy Me a Boat, I started hearing those things that I love to hear so much. Granted, some new sound, but some of the things I want to hear, some pedal steel going on. I think that's you. I don't think that's your producer. I think that's you. Am I right? Well, I'm the producer on the track, actually, and so yeah, I'm a traditional country guy. So I love my favorite instrument, like you said, is steel guitar. So do that and the phaser pedal, back from Waylon made famous the phaser and things. That's just my deal, and it's just what I grew up on, what I love, is my heartbeat in music, and so not to try to follow anybody else's footsteps. I just feel naturally falling into that groove, and like on Buy Me a Boat, for instance, we put some fuzz tracks on there that kind of sound they're more modern and new, and people have been telling me they haven't been hearing them in the last 20 years in songs, so that's good. We didn't think about it, we just did it naturally, and just whatever happened, and we got Boat out of it. So 3 albums from now, you're doing some writing and some producing. Are we going to still hear some more pedal steel? We're going to hear. Oh, absolutely. Actually, not on this run because I've been alternating it out. I have a pedal steel player who plays for me when he can. Otherwise, he's always had a prior dedicated gig, and that gig is Waylon Jennings. When Waylon Jennings passed away, he continues to tour with the Waymore Outlaws, Fred Newell. So he plays for me when he can't be when the Waymores aren't touring. He's on my bus. When they are touring, he's on their bus doing their deal. But yeah, you'll always hear that influence in my music, and I have dual telecast. When I don't have a steel guitar on stage, I have dual Telecasters going, so they play the parts, and you can't even hardly tell the difference. Okay, here's just an inside question: do your guys file their frets down? Yeah, they do, actually. They do. Guess what? You must be a player. That's a good question. They do, and they're real technical, like guitar aficionados, if you will, and we're mostly all Fender Tele players and Strat players and stuff like that, so even myself. So
I play for Fender, and yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
What's your favorite axe then?
My newest one actually is my favorite guitar that I've ever had. It's a custom shop American Standard Stratocaster. They call it the Aztec Gold model. It's gold sparkle. You can't get them anywhere. It's a 50th anniversary with real 1960s pickups in it, and I got a great big old fat custom strap I put on top of it. It plays like a dream, man.
The question I was asking about filing the frets, Waylon used to do that. That's part of that signature sound. That are you hooked on it?
Yep, you know it, man. We, it's just kind of, like I said, it's just kind of part of what I've done for years too. And I was playing that way too, even before when I was a young kid, before I even knew about Waylon Jennings. Really, I mean, I always knew, of course, Dukes of Hazzard and whatever, but until you get older and wiser and learn, really. And I was just doing it, so I mean, it's just kind of a natural kind of coordinates there between his playing style, my playing style, and obviously look up to guys like that. So yeah, we just try to influence as much as we can and just do our deal.
So one more question, if I may. I get this after speaking with you. I think your career is going exactly, if we were to travel back in time 10 years, you're going right where you wanted to be. Is that right?
Yes, sir. And I'm surprisingly right where I want to be, man. It's been in Nashville 10 years, and you pegged it right on the head. I just couldn't be more happy and humbled to be in the spot that I'm in. And 6 weeks ago from today, where I'm sitting with you, I did not plan on Buy Me a Boat being a hit. Like, I didn't plan on being a radio or anything. And now having a top 20 song is like first time in my career. I'm hitting a lot of first milestones for me, and I'm just so humbled and thankful, man. I'm just proud to be a part of country music.
We're delighted to play on KEKB and love having you at Country Jam.